Hey there, everybody. This is Ed, and welcome back to another edition of Bagel and Booze. As you can see behind me, we got the holiday banner up. It's the weekend before Christmas. We're well into Decem-beer. We're trucking along with that. We're trucking along with reviews. We're back 3 weeks in a row. Christmas miracle. And just like the last two, we're doing another Holiday Brew Review. This one, it is. Well, you'll see when we get the Beercam all fired up. But before we do that, make sure you click on that subscribe button to make sure you're staying up for the latest beer reviews. I'd say news, but there really is none. This is basically me reviewing and chugging beer. That's about it. So with that, let's get started. For this week's episode, we got definitely a holiday brew that's coming to us down from Lakewood, New York, and it's coming from Southern Tier Brewing. We've reviewed some stuff from them before. This one saw in with the rest of the Christmas stuff, and it piqued my interest. What is it? Like I said, I was questioning in the opening whether or not it was a Christmas or holiday, but as you can see by the Beercam, yeah, it definitely is. It's right on there. It is their 2 Xmas. This is part of their 2X flavors. I don't know how else to describe it. They describe it as basically being big flavor, big ABV. This one clocks in at 8.0%. It's high, but it's, to me, real big ABV would be double digits. And they're classified as bold flavors that go with this. Most notably, they've seen a lot of their 2X flavors come out of their 2X IPAs. And this one is actually a spiced double ale. And like I said, this definitely is lining up for holiday flavoring. It is a ale that is flavored with orange peel. Jeez, man. Orange peel. I haven't even had a drink out of this, and I'm already slurring words. It is orange peel. God, I almost screwed it up again. Man. Ginger, root, cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, and fig paste. I have no idea what the heck that tastes like or smells like or anything of that nature. We'll find out soon. But this is a limited release for them, so chances are I'm going to really like it and not going to be able to get it next year. Who knows? Obviously, it's definitely a seasonal thing, if anything else. With that, let's go ahead, get everything all poured out, and we'll give it the sniff, taste test, and then ultimately find out if this thing is going to chug.
I drink, and I know things.
Got everything all poured out, and as you can see, it sets up pretty nice. Got a decent head that is formed on top with the initial pour. It's got a good, decent, a little hard to see on there, but to me, it's also a nice, deep, amber, ruby-ish color. I wouldn't really call it maybe ruby. It's not that red, in my opinion. It's a good amber, dark amber color that's there. The foam is very light. Coloring that's on there. Again, it's got good lacing that sets up on there. And, let's find out how the smell profile sets up on this. We got a lot of bold flavors that are on there right off of what we listed before. So let's see whatever comes through on that profile. So there is a whole bunch of stuff that I'm getting through on the sniff. Trying to think if there's anything that's really kind of pushing forward. There's none that's really jumping out at me. Trying to think, I guess I got to go back to my cheat sheet of what I have for the flavors that were in here. Right. We got our orange peel, ginger, root, cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, fig paste. I guess get a little bit of ginger smell that comes off of here. Not really getting a bold clove flavor, or that would come through. Light, sweet smell of the cinnamon. I guess that's about it. Not really getting any of the orange kind of pushing through off of that. So without that, let's give it a good old taste test and see how that all sets up. So, well, yeah, that really burst through. That is a good, huge flavor profile. There's a lot of stuff that is going around on there. Trying to think. It's hard to describe. There's not anything that's really jumping out. It's got definitely a bitterness to it that's coming through, and I can feel it back here. But as with these flavors that were listed in here, I'm not really getting anything that's really pushing forward with that. I guess, just struggling to kind of find a flavor that's really kind of pushing through. I'll take another swig off of this. And, I guess in comparison to some of the other holiday brews that I've had, I'm just not getting it. I don't know, maybe my palate's not sophisticated enough. Who knows? But for this one, just not really sure. Something's just missing for me on here. I keep looking back. You see me glance down, looking at the cheat sheet, just trying to figure if I can feel anything pull forward off of this. I'm definitely not getting anything. There is a robustness to it, but it's just kind of mashed together, for lack of a better term. I kind of expected maybe a little bit of the sweetness coming through from with the orange, some acidity off of that, but it's very muddled mouthfeel, and there is kind of a slight bitterness on the backside, on the back mouthfeel that after you swallow off of this. So it's wearing on me a little bit as we go through, but I guess without much anything else to kind of belabor on this, as far as a rating, I'm probably going to go at like a 2.5. Some people probably chastise me for it and they say it's great beer, but just for me, I'm just not seeing it, feeling it, or anything of that nature. I don't know what I would see in the beer. Probably drink enough and then I'll start to see stuff. But just for this, it's just it's a little too muddied. There's nothing really kind of pushing forward in connection with this beer. And again, yeah, I get that there's going to be a bitterness to it coming from the profile, but it's not like it's kind of a counter to anything on the front side with the initial swig that comes in. So that's why we're going down with a 2.5. Not totally disliking it, but we'll give one more final swig on that. But yeah, I am just not really feeling this one. It's for me, Southern Tier does a lot of great stuff, but for this one, it's just kind of a miss. So we'll go ahead, get this topped off, and we're going to line it up for the chug test. So we got everything all poured back out and topped off, and we're going to find out if this is going to chug. I have a feeling, based upon the initial taste test, it's going to be a beast to chug if we even manage to finish it. I'm going to probably call it right now and say I am not going to beat this one. This one's going to beat me, but only one way to find out on that, so bottoms up. Oh, I was wrong. Oh God. Oh God. It is chuggable, but I might be paying a price off of this. Oh my God. My mouth is just this thing is all over the place for me. And like we said, when we chug, we get an intensification of flavors, and that wild, weird profile is all over the place inside of my mouth right now. That sounds really bad for me to say that. Comes out so wrong, but it is what it is. This was chuggable, but it was difficult, especially at the very end. I can feel that taste in my mouth right now. I'm about to belch again. Yeah. Jeez, man. I'm blaming it on the beer for this. Oh, God. I am struggling off of this. This was very tough at the end, getting down, because that profile is just pushing through. And like I said, that bitterness that kind of got on the initial kind of swallow, it definitely, as you're continuing to chug, it was just building and intensifying to the point where I didn't know if I was going to finish. But we did, all in the name of, I don't know, YouTube, whatever. But it is chuggable. Again, all in all, with this beer, just Southern Tier does a lot of great stuff, in my opinion. This one is just one of those rare misses. I guess I don't have to worry if it's a limited release and doesn't come back next year. It was not one that I really liked, but this one, there was just nothing kind of there. Didn't get really any of that cinnamon, didn't get the orange. It was just kind of a muddy mess of a flavor profile, in my opinion. I've had other, again, spiced beers that have come into play at this time of year, but this one was just a miss for me. Hence, the 2.5 rating. It's what we're sticking with. And, I would like to have had better, but this is definitely one that I will not be seeking out for anything. And, I guess with that, this is done. I'm done. We're done. And I thank you for tuning in for another edition of Bagel and Booze, and we'll catch you later. Thanks all.